Yes, I made a promise that I'm going to come up with my own point of view concerning this policy that has been reenacted concerning civil servants dress code to various places of work by the Delta state government. Now, the state government has actually reenacted a policy mandating, corporate dressing among civil servants, and this policy prohibits, among so many other things, fixing of eyelashes, long nails, beards, dreadlocks, and all of that. Now, this has spawned so many reactions, all over the social media spaces, and my attention has been drawn to it. Now, let's look at this thing from, the government point of view, the public point of view, and my own point of view. Now, before I go into that, let's take a look at the objectives of this policy. Now, one is to maintain a professional and unified image of the state workforce. Yes, we must know that. Then two, to enhance, workplace discipline and focus. Three is to promote public trust in government institutions, to reduce distractions caused by excessive fashion trend, to ensure health and safety standards within our various workplaces. So now let's look at the government mindset concerning this policy. More or less like the advantages of this policy. Now, professional image, now, one of them is professional image. It establishes, a corporate culture that actually reflects seriousness and credibility to the public. It promotes, a neat and serious corporate outlook. Secondly, equality and neutrality. It will reduce class distinction and fashion-based competition in our various workplaces. This will help to foster a sense of equality among employees, thereby minimizing, appearance-based competition and class distinction among employees in any of our government offices. Then, discipline and work ethics. It will reinforce order, this policy. It will reinforce order, neatness, and even compliance. Yes, which can in a way positively affect your overall productivity as well as accountability. Then we'll talk about the public perception. Yes, citizens as stakeholders interacting with government worker, they are more likely to respect and trust well-dressed officers. So invariably, it will increase citizens' respect for government workers. And then lastly, talking about the objectives, reduction in workplace distractions. Now, eliminating excesses in appearance, that may actually divert attention from official duty becomes one of the things that we should consider as one of the objectives. It will prevent excessive attention on fashion trend rather than on the duty. So now, from the public point of view, which sounds more like the limitations of this policy. One, cultural and religious sensitivity. Now, this policy, as beautiful as we just enumerated, talking about the objective, we must also understand that there are some practices that have, cultural and religious importance for certain individuals, and that includes dreadlocks and, keeping of beards. They hold some traditional significance and religious significance. As a privileged lecturer in a higher institution, I remember some of my students that I lecture, they have this natural dreadlock wherein, when I ask them questions most times, they said that they were giving birth to like that. And I know growing up, I have seen people like that, that were giving birth to with dread naturally. No razor comb on it. That is a traditional or cultural or religious style, keeping the dread. So, restricting or stopping this ban may kind of like hold some discriminatory views. Yes, a total ban on it may have some kind of discriminatory attachment to it. Then secondly, restriction of personal expression. Talking about the public points of view, this may limit individuality and may also reduce job satisfaction, particularly among today's employee, the ones we call the Gen Z, who value self-expression. Job satisfaction is going to be near zero. Then three, outdated workplace trend. You will agree with me that, global best practices in modern workplaces now favor smart casual dressing, and cultural inclusivity. So making rigid dress code may appear less appealing. Yes, so, and remember, this is from the public point of view. where a lot of persons, looking at it from the global best practices, some offices come corporate, then there are days they come smart casual, and some days they come traditional, wearing a cultural attire. Yes. Then 4, the enforcement challenge. This is another point of view from the public point of view. Monitoring compliance may create room for conflict at the end of the day. It may create room for conflict, favoritism, and unnecessary disciplinary cases. Yes, that will definitely arise. And then 5th, employee resistance. With the one I just mentioned, now workers may feel that the government is prioritizing, appearance over pressing welfare issues, which may lead to kind of dissatisfaction. Like a lot are already, hampering that. How can I be coming to work on suits when there is no power supply, where we sweat and tendency to what? Maybe produce body odor and all of that. Then 6th or last on the public point of view is potential talent loss. Now, creative and skilled workers who value diversity and flexibility may decide to seek opportunity elsewhere. Yes, they may decide to leave, and we will lose them. But then also going forward, let's look at, I want to be specific on some things like the fixing of nails. This fixing of nails. From the hygiene and health point of view, artificial nails tends to harbor germs, just like our normal nails harbor germs and bacteria. Artificial nails does. So, prohibiting the use of these nails is good for, places like our health sector, for better hygiene. These are people that came to be treated, to be cured. So, you can't be adding to the problem that brought them. So, for staff in the health sector, yes, even for those that are taking care of children in the nursery section and primary section, this may not be too healthy in handling them. Even you fixing these nails, that there are a lot of things you can't do comfortably for yourself. How much more in a public space? Then secondly, also, I'm being specific here now, safety consideration. Most times, this long and fixed nail may interfere with, assignments like typing, filing, handling delicate office equipment. So it becomes, anti-productive. You agree with me? Yes. The uniform neatness, maintaining consistency in appearance, and avoiding over flashiness can, this thing can sometimes actually really confuse clients and customers. Somebody coming today to the office, you attended to the person very well. The person comes the following day and is trying to recognize who attended to me the previous day. You understand? Today the lashes are very long. Tomorrow the lashes are trimmed, and it can actually be confusing to clients and customers during service delivery. And then cost saving. It will reduce pressure on workers to spend excessively on maintaining nails and lashes and all that. So, from my own point of view, I, as Dr. Precious, as a girl child advocate, permit me to say this, that if your confidence, my dear girl child, is tied to eyelashes and fixing of nails, then it means that you are actually building your self-worth on things that can be taken away from you. Come on, beauty is wonderful, but taking care of yourself is much more important. So, the true confidence, like I'm trying to emphasize here, is not something you glue on. It's not something you paint over. It is something that is grown from inside of you, my dear girl child. So confidence is not in the length of your lashes or how shiny your nails can be. It is in the power of your mind, the depth of your wisdom, and the grace of your character. So if the only thing you feel beautiful or bold is in when you have an artificial enhancement, when they are added, then unknowingly what you are saying now is that without these things, I am not enough. My dear girl child, you are more than enough. Think about it. Eyelashes can fall off. Nails can break. Trends can change. But what remains in your heart, as an individual, is your value, your intelligence, and the uniqueness God has placed inside of you. These are things that cannot be stripped away from you. So, my dear girl child, your confidence should not be rented. Because if you say without these nails and without eyelashes, you won't be comfortable, you won't be able to carry out your best in your workplace, then what you are telling me is that your confidence was actually rented. So you should not be tied to things that expire. Your true beauty lies, in your smile, in your voice, and in your kindness, your dreams and your tenacity. Come on. So when you walk into a room, it should not just be your lashes that command attention, but the aura of sort of, your self-assurance, that radiates from your presence. That is what actually counts. I, Dr. Precious, I can't step into a room without being noticed. Yes, but I hardly do this, and many of you can testify that you hardly see me on lashes. But that doesn't stop me from commanding the aura that I carry. So do not allow societal pressure to make you believe that you are incomplete without, having these artificials on. No, that is very, very wrong. Yes, you can wear them if you choose to. You can wear them, but let them be seen as addition, not the foundation of who you are. They are mere addition. They are not the foundation of who you are. So the world is waiting to see your brilliance, not your beauty per se, not at all. So lift your head high, my dear Getcha. Whether your nails are polished, whether they are plain, whether your lashes are long, whether they are short, walk boldly in your natural elegance and let your confidence come from within. Let it come from inside of you. Because a woman whose confidence is built on her inner strength is unstoppable. That woman is unstoppable. So my dear girl child, the very important question is this: who are you? Who are you? So in conclusion, lashes may enhance your eyes, but vision comes from within. Your nails may beautify your hands, but the strength in what those hands can create, can build, and give to the world is what is very, very important. So do not allow, the mindset of, why should we go without nails? Why should we go without lashes? Reduce your productivity. You are more than enough. I remain your girl child advocate, Dr. Mrs. Precious Omoru. I want to appreciate you for giving me your time. Please do well to follow us on all of our social media handles, our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, our TikTok page, and be part of our healthy growing community. And don't you ever forget, your true beauty is not rented. Your confidence is not rented. Let it glow from within. Ask God, who giveth wisdom liberally, to give you wisdom to be super productive in that place of work. God bless you.